Okay, we're going to talk about a little device called the Franklin Spellmaster. It's a QE103. It's an electronic spell checker brought out in 1987. It's got around about 70,000 standard English words. And it's quite simple to use portable spell checker. You literally just type in your word, scroll through it, and you get a list of words that it thinks you are trying to spell. It's been around in one form or another for a long time now, and it's probably was useful when it came out. But I think with the advent of mobile phones, spell checkers on Google, spell checkers on most applications that you run now, it's kind of very obsolete, and I don't think it really has much of a place in the world at the moment. So let's have a look at it and make a decision. Okay, so here it is. It's a Franklin QE103 spell checker, electronic speller and word list maker, and basically 70,000 standard English words. Produced in 1987, and this is quite a nice little box version. Doesn't look like it's had much use, to be honest, and it also looks like it's in pretty good condition. Opening the box, and you can see it's in decent condition with its original polystyrene inserts and basically a grey slab with a keyboard. It's quite small. It's actually physically smaller than your hand or an adult's hand, so it could essentially be carried around, but it's a little bit too big to actually fit in your pocket. The keys are quite nice, being plastic and not a membrane type, and they're quite easily spaced. Okay, so what do you get with your new Franklin Spellmaster? You get a Franklin registration card. I wonder if we fill it off, it actually might get somewhere. I might give that a try later on. You have a Franklin user's manual. Okay, we've got the user's manual, and it comes in the box with a Franklin machine, and it goes through things: how to install the batteries, how to use your keys on the keyboard, which is a little quaint, how to use keystrokes, how to do up and down arrows and searches. It all seems very, very quaint today. And then your results, so you can select your results from the list of spellings that you are actually looking for. It's not a very big manual, and it contains a couple of games including Hangman. Okay, so it's a nice little manual, kind of its time. It gets you into what the machine was all about. Okay, so the next one we got is adjusting the contrast on the arrow keys. Again, that's it. Quite a simple machine to use. Nothing massively complicated. Well, as we think about them now, it's not really massively complicated, okay? At the time, it might have been very different. Okay, so let's just turn it on. Yeah, it's not brilliantly well built. There's no feet missing, and it's just rocks around a bit on a level, level table. So you turn it on, and you have basically enter your word, so it's ready for your word. So if I type in loner, okay, and I press enter, which is weirdly on the space key, and it says it's making list. Okay, and it gives you a few different values. Not one of them is actually what I was hoping for, because I was looking for Luna, but there you go. It's kind of specific to the first couple of characters by the looks of it. So if I put in, if I misspelled dog, press the spacebar key or the enter key, it says creating list, and this time it's found it because it's kind of more of a common word, because it goes down and it comes up with a few other, including date. Weirdly, date. I'm not sure how you get the word date from the characters I typed in. So if you try clear again and you put in wood, we'll spell it with an A, you know, basically because you can't spell. Then it just comes up with word, end of list. So it's not brilliant. I mean, it's not brilliant at all. It's kind of really odd, because if you even spelled monitored, M-O-N, then you do O-I-T-O-R-E-D, spell it a little bit wrong, press the key again, creates list. And here we go, monitored, it's one key out. But then it goes on to some weirdness like manicured. Monitoring's fair. Monocrat. Monetarily. Monocrats. Moonlighter. I mean, come on, these you know, they're actually, I mean, moon. They're actually just, I don't know, I think it just picks out, it seems to pick out letters and just goes against the database it has and tries to kind of randomize the closest one. But I suppose if you really stuck for words, it would kind of help you. So Hall, H-O-L-L instead of H-A, search, making list, and it comes up with Holly, Holly, Hole. Now eventually it gets to Hall, Hell, Hill, Mole, Mole. So it's not very intuitive. I can see how it can be useful. So print P-R-N-T, and miss out a letter, press making list. Print, go, miss one letter out. Prink, prank, prone. So it's kind of taking the first two letters in its algorithm and going from the first two letters and creating a list of words that actually have the first two letters mainly, which, okay, it's not ideal, it's not any form of AI, it's just working on a, we'll start off with PR. So I mean, it can be useful. It could, I can see how it can be useful, but I can also see how it can get you into a lot of trouble because it's not particularly intuitive and it doesn't pick up on the exact word that you want a lot of the times. Is this really worth having today? No, not really. It's worth it as a curio or as a collectible, yeah, because I'm sure they're going to disappear. They're only a few pound or a few dollars at the moment. They're not massively expensive because I'm guessing there are millions out there that people didn't buy. I mean, judging by this one, it literally, it's either been bought and never used, or it's never been sold and it's been found as old stock somewhere and then shipped out and sold to whoever wanted to collect it. It's one of those devices that could have been good and should have been good, but kind of fell flat because it kind of hasn't really got a purpose, especially now with your mobile phones and Google and everything has intuitive artificial intelligence-driven spell checkers now. So in summary, I think the Franklin Spellmaster is a collectible, and it should be preserved for history, for posterity, so people know where we came from, as it was a starting point for a lot of the spell checking systems out there, but it doesn't really have a place in the modern world, and I don't think it really did, to be honest. There is a game on it, such as Hangman, which again is just guess the word, fill in the blanks, nothing really to write home about. But if you do come across one, put it away, keep it, because at the end of the day they're going to disappear like every other piece of obsolete technology, especially ones that don't really have a use, and keep it for your children and your children's children and so on. Keep it in working condition as long as possible. Okay, so thanks for listening, and we'll do the next video, which hopefully should be finished, on an in-depth look into the Atari ST and its MIDI capabilities, and doing a comparison with modern technology. Okay, until then, see you then. Bye bye.